Welcome back, everyone. We've got another game here brought to us by 2vh.org, and their Who Wears the Pants tournament. This is another semi-final here, akky versus Miz, Terran versus Random on Blistering Sands. We just jumped in here. I think this is game 2. Don't quote me on it, though. We'll have to double-check that. I am joined here by Sif and Voices. Voices, you're actually going to be playing the winner of this in the final.
Yes, I'm not gay, by the way.
Okay. That's nothing new what I was saying.
Sorry about that, guys. Anyone that's interested in Voices, he is now no homo.
Just in case you've seen the photos on WWTP.
On YouPorn. Okay, guys, so the map, obviously, Blistering Sands, we've covered it a few times before, but for those that are tuning in, very easily defended, natural, small choke to the main, and destroyable rocks at the back. We've got akky, who's the Terran, yellow in the bottom left corner, and Miz, who's spawned as Zerg this time around. I haven't seen Miz play as Zerg, guys. Voices, perhaps you might better tell us a bit about that.
No.
Actually,
He's like,
I didn't get added to the game, so...
Oh, didn't you?
all right. Are you not watching?
No.
Ah.
Wait a minute. I'll get on your stream.
Yeah, there we go. Just don't put the sound on. But anyway, so I thought we might be seeing a 14 hatch or a 14 pull coming up from Miz. Depends on what kind of aggression he sees from akky. But really in TVZ these days, because they have to place the supply depot first, you can probably just 14 hatch every game no matter what.
It was a life-changing decision by Blizzard for the Terran players to put a supply depot before the barracks, and somewhat controversial. But what were the reasons for and against the move there, Unsay, would you know?
As in the supply depot.
Exactly, yeah.
Personally, I think there were just too many options for Terran to just try and punish Zerg, and really you can't, like the bunker at the bottom of the ramp and things like that, Reapers with the bunkers coming in, or just Marines in general, proxy barracks is everything. I just honestly can't see a Zerg being able to match a Terran on one base versus one base, and there were just too many options for Terran to be able to keep the Zerg on one base. Even though it seems like a tiny little change, it gives the Zerg that tiny little... Like, it's not easy for them to 14 hatch now. Like, they still have to defend it, but it's not a pointless affair. It comes down to control and scouting now, rather than just, no, don't do it, you'll lose, regardless of what you do.
Yeah. So it has, in your opinion, balanced it more, because the move has been quite controversial.
It was gay.
It's too early to see.
Voices as a Terran player.
Sorry, I'm about a minute behind the stream, but I can still see what's going on. What was your question before, mate?
Voices. Unfortunately, my memory is, holier than your undies, mate. Everything falls through it, but I'm sure it was a very good question. I think it was like Mrs. Zerg playstyle.
He goes. Miz expos a lot. Miz is actually a pretty smart player, so if you give him an inch, he'll sort of take a mile. You need to keep the pressure on him because Miz isn't an amazing multitasker, but sort of once he gets his mind set on something, he'll go well. So this map is a bit of a bastard to take a third on for both races. So it'll sort of be interesting to see which one can actually get that third up, I think. If it goes that long.
If it goes to that point, yeah.
Looks like we're having tanks coming out instead of Hellions. Interesting.
Tanks, wow. So, I mean, that's actually kind of good that he's got tanks popping out, because Miz has gone for a Roach build. So tanks are a perfect counter.
I honestly think that's becoming standard because of the Roach range change. Like, you can just get 2 Roaches and shut down any kind of Hellion harass because you can't kite them anymore. Hellions can't kite Roaches, that is. So
it's made very difficult for that opening.
Oh, okay, we're going to have Siege expand.
There you go. So, hey, Voices, how's that changed with the Roach range affected your style play as a Terran?
Actually, in the last 2 days, I think every single Zerg has gone 15 hatch into Roach. So I've been doing builds like 3 Marines, Hellion into Banshee, and they come in with sort of 6 or 7 Roaches and just sit there and like, oh fuck, because they obviously can't shoot air. So everyone has been doing it. It's made me just go more Marauder sort of bunker heavy early, and obviously the patch where you can't do Reapers and that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's sort of Marauder Bunker early on. I hadn't done Siege Expo very often, though.
Yeah.
He's really got that expo up running. I mean, this is great timing. I mean, Aki's got this build down by the looks of it. I mean, he's the only one thing I could say that he hasn't done is just got the timing right for his supply block as per when the CC was made. He could have just fixed that a little bit, but other than that, perfect.
Yeah, so it looks like Miz going to town on the back rocks here. He does have one link at the choke of the natural of Aki's base, and it looks like we don't have the tank coming around to deal with that. He does have siege mode, so he's going to be able to pretty much shut this down completely. But with speedlings, I'm kind of worried that this tank will be out of position if he does decide to swing around at the front. And, just in range. Wow, that's close. So, forced to pull back there for Miz, but he's got his expansion up. Like I was saying, and I think it was, what was his name? Azure versus Miz when it was the opposite way around. The last thing you want to do is let a Zerg just get drones.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what
Aki doing. 6 drones in production at the moment as well. So he's starting to drone hard, which is exactly what he needs to be doing. He's slowly getting the saturation on that natural expansion. And once it's up and running, we'll actually see the Zerg pull up in front of the Terran, unless... And it looks like Aki will be able to do it. Be able to pull down some mules straight away, hopefully, in this expansion. He does have 74 energy in pretty much both of his CCs, but I don't see any mules being called down at the moment. Do you think he's saving it for scan, perhaps?
Or he's just bad. No. Or he's just forgotten about it.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got the skill levels, but he has... it seems like he's a bit unknown at the moment. He hasn't rally pointed his command center at his natural expansion, so he's got an SCV idling there. Maybe he's concentrating on production. I mean, he is macroing quite well. He's got 4 racks there that are... he got a supply drop. There you go. So his supply block now 61 out of 70. Sorry, 61 out of 62. Now 62 out of 62. So he's having some issues there with his supply depot production. But maybe it's because he's just macroing so hard with 4 racks and a tank.
Yeah,
it's because he was adding all the racks at once.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have a couple of tanks now. Miz going for the third. The Rock's down at the gold expansion to try and take a third as soon as possible. He's still pumping drones and upgrades. He's getting roach speed and baneling speed. That's going to be really effective. Because Stimpack and concussive shells is only just now coming out from Aki. So if he continues to drone pretty hard, like the army count here for Aki isn't that dangerous as of yet. But as soon as the baneling speed comes in, it's going to be good. But Miz not spreading creep at all. He's got 50 energy on his
he's got no creep spread, and he looks like he was going to take that the third expansion. He's got a drone waiting there, but he doesn't have enough minerals to make it yet. We could have a timing push here from Aki, but the thing that would be awesome for Miz is to get that third expo online. I mean, it's a gold expo. I mean, if he can do that, I mean, he's going to be set for late game.
So it looks like he's going to be pushing forward here. There's lots of banelings coming out. The baneling speed is still about 20-30 seconds away. That's going to be dangerous as the tanks come in. They are caught on siege, though. Here come all the lings and banelings. Wow, that's a big mistake there by Aki, losing a lot of those units, and even just losing the whole lot to all these banelings. Off creep without speed. That is a big mistake.
That's the same. Now, will the roaches push forward? Will they go ahead and kill off the rest of the Reens and the Rauders there? I think so. Do the roaches there have a speed upgrade done? I mean, they're moving incredibly quickly across the land there without any creep. So it looks like he's going to hold up. He's not going to push forward. Although if he did attack, he could actually do some severe damage towards that expansion, the natural one there of Aki. But he decides to play it safe. He's conserving his army. He's trying to build up. He's producing lings. He's got 12 on the way, as opposed to 2 Marauders, 1 tank and 2 Marines there. Although they do have weapons getting upgraded, which is going to be 160 seconds away. But that +1 upgrade can make a massive difference, especially when you've got Banelings on the way. You can stim, you can micro out of the way, and that +1 damage does help you pop them before they get to your Marines. So we've got the third expansion coming online now for the Zerg player. It looks like he's going in good shape against Aki there. What are your thoughts, Sable?
Yeah, he's good. He's not throwing any kind of advantage away. He's just droning up. Getting a lot of lings now. He probably feels pretty saturated at both bases, which is about right. He's pretty much optimally saturated at both bases now. With that gold coming up in line in about 20 seconds or so, he should be pretty safe. He's getting an infestation pit and 2 Evo chambers to do upgrades, which is good to see. He's just pumping out a lot of units, and Aki pushing out again here. He's just gonna get rolled.
That initial push of Vic era was right up. It was like spot on because he was just taking his third, but it was just the micro that it came down to.
Yeah.
It could have won the game right there.
Here we go.
Careful.
And this is how good Stim is against, even Roaches with speed.
Oh,
no,
not there, though.
These micros again. A whole army devastated to a roach roll.
The other thing, he doesn't have any medevacs, so you're stimming. Yeah, it's good early, but then after that, you're basically fucked. If if it's micro properly, you're not going to be able to heal. So
that's so true. And then you obviously damaging your units, making them weaker and weaker with each stim. And can you get 3 stims in StarCraft 2 voices before a unit is it again?
I don't know. I just play. Hey, so can you just check the income? Because I think Miz would be killing it right now.
We do have
definitely.
a massive income difference. We've got 53 to 50 harvesters, so the difference there isn't that much, except for the fact that he's got the gold expansion online, and he's pulling in at 1,900 minerals and a 400 gas as opposed to 1,600. And this is including, akky having mules. He's got 1, 2... 2 online at the moment at his natural expansion. He's just transferred to get more saturation at his natural. But the income at the moment is definitely looking in Miz's favour and will obviously aid with the massive production that he's got. 26 Zerglings online with Zerg armor upgrade, with the melee upgrade, and Investor energy upgrade too. So
we got a Specky lagging. Who is Sanctify?
Someone flame me.
So we should queue up the I think it's the Offspring song mission. Do you guys know that? Yeah. Intermission. Is that like some kind of seedy Mexican voice or something? He's like, intermission. I don't know.
That whole album is.
Come on. This is why I like no fucking obs.
Yeah, I gave this a 0 out of 10.
So Sanctify has done the right thing and he's left the game. So thank you, Sanctify, for being an honor gamer.
Yeah. A third base going down for akky now, but he just doesn't have the supply. Is it 96 supply to 101? But Miz already has his third base. He'll probably take his fourth sometime soon.
Really needs medevacs real bad.
Yeah. Does need medevacs, and infestors are coming out now as well, so he won't even need banelings at this point.
No, see, if he was dropping to try and stretch the Zerg out a bit, then he could take his third a bit easier. Because he doesn't have any medevacs, it's sort of, every push has been coming out. It looks okay, and then it gets raped eventually. So
yeah, I think one of the things as well, akky, he's not. I don't know why he might be choosing.
Oh my god, we have the first creep tumor of the night. Yeah, that's something.
So there's a scan which is excellent to see all those troops, the infestors there, but he hasn't actually seen the gold expansion. He doesn't know it's online, and that one there is extremely susceptible to attack due to the fact that it's got 2 different approaches into the base. But here we have a massive army. I mean, this army is huge. I mean, we're looking at an army that's 123 in size. It's got tons of roaches tons of banelings in there. A whole heap. I mean, we're looking at 30, 40 Zerglings in there, accompanied by infestors, which are just so good with fungal growth against Marines.
Oh no, akky should not be pushing out.
It's a good place to engage though for Terran because he's got them at the choke. Oh
well,
no!
Not when that happens.
Mainly rolls, steamrolls the army. Will this be a good game? There's not much of an army left, but it could do damage. He's called GG. He's going to tap out and he's leaving the game, or is he going to be staying in? He's left the game. There we go. Good game, people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He needed to kick back and spread out behind that choke.